Welcome back. In this video, I will tell you about 20 top most stamps of the United States. 1901 2-cent Pan American mint never hinged, brilliant colors on bright paper, huge jumbo margins and almost mathematically perfect centering. Extremely fine gem, a spectacular jumbo margined mint never hinged example of the 2-cent Pan American issue, graded superb 98 jumbo by PSE. This is the highest grade awarded. Catalog price $2,000. 1901 4-cent Pan American mint, mathematically perfect centering with wide margins. The Pan American issue is notoriously difficult to find with anything even approaching the term wide margins. Most high-grade copies have margins which measure equally but are not what one would consider wide when compared to other contemporary issue. The stamp offered here is the exception to that rule, sold for $15,000. 1902 15-cent olive green mint never hinged, pretty color, perfectly centered with white margins all around. Extremely fine gem. A magnificent mint never hinged example of the 15-cent 1902 issue, graded superb 98 by the Philatelic Foundation. By way of comparison, PSE population report lists only 3 stamps graded 98. 1902 50-cent orange mint never hinged, rich color and proof-like impression, unusually choice centering with jumbo margins. The 1902 regular issue was a great improvement over the Bureau's first effort in 1894 and 95. Perforation tend to be cleaner and centering better, but the large plate layout and perforation method still resulted in a large number. 1902 $1 black, perfectly centered with unusually wide and balanced margins. Extremely fine gem, easily one of the finest mint never hinged example of the $1 1902 issue ever offered in auctions. This remarkable stamp is graded superb 98 by PSE, the highest graded award, and is judged by only 2 others. Well, 1902 $2 dark blue mint never hinged, graded extremely fine superb 95. 1902 3 regular issue was a great improvement over the Bureau's first effort in 1894 and 1895. Perforations tend to be cleaner and centering better, but the large plate layout and perforating method still resulted in a large number of poorly centered stamps. 1908 1-cent blue-green coil mint never hinged, rich color, detailed impression, white margins, very fine. This may well be the only mint never hinged example of the 1908 1-cent horizontal coil. Squad number is 318 in existence. This stamp is the basis of the Scott listing. No other as single or as part of multiples are contained in either power search. 1908 carmine coil, lightly hinged, brilliant color, detailed impression, choice balanced margins, and extremely fine example of the rare 1908 2-cent shield horizontal coil. Scott number is 322 and with PF and PSE certificates. Only 2 singles have been graded higher. The catalog price is $10,000. 1908 Carmine issue. 1904 3-cent Louisiana purchase, mint never hinged, flawlessly centered with remarkably wide margins, rich color and proof-like impression. Extremely fine gem, a superb mint never hinged example of the 3-cent Louisiana purchase. PSE encapsulated superb 98. Only 1 stamp has graded higher at 98J. Well, 1904 10-cent Louisiana purchase, mint never hinged, deep rich color and proof-like impression. Perfectly centered with white and balanced margins, extremely fine gem. This superb mint never hinged example of the 10-cent Louisiana Purchase issue is graded superb 98 by PSE, and only two have graded higher at 100. Well, 6-cent orange 1918 Air Post mint never hinged, vivid color as fresh as the day it was printed. Mathematically perfect centering with white margins and extremely fine gem. This is without question one of the finest mint never hinged example of the 6-cent orange Air Post issue. Scott number is C1, and this remarkable stamp is graded gem 100 by PSC. Well, 5-cent deep blue buffalo balloon, and it is type 2 unused with traces of original gum, ample margins and small thin spot. The buffalo balloon stamp designed by John F.B. Lillard and engraved by John H. Snively was printed by Wheeler Brothers Printing in Nashville, Tennessee. The stamps were intended for use on a balloon flight. Well, 1-cent deep brown special printing. Original gum which is partly disturbed from hinge removal, deep rich color and unmistakable impression of the special printing. Fine, rare original gum example of the 1-cent postage due special printing. 1 cent, 2 cent and 3 cent are undoubtedly the rarest values of the American Banknote Company postage due special printings. 10 cent on 5 cent office in China. Mint never hinged, deep rich color on bright paper, perfectly centered with white margins, extremely fine gem. A superb mint never hinged example of the 10 cent on 5 cent office in China, which is graded superb 98. Only one has graded higher than this, and only 5 others share this desirable grade. Well, 12 cent on 6 cent office in China, mint never hinged, vivid color on bright paper as fresh as the day it was printed. Unusually choice centering. Extremely fine gem. A superb mint never hinged example of the 12 cent on 6 cent office in China, and graded superb 98. Only 2 stamps have graded higher and only 3 others share this desirable grade. Catalog price is $3,250. 12 cent on 6 cent office in China. 30 cent on 15 cent office in China. Mint never hinged, deep rich color, perfect centering with unusually white margins all around. Extremely fine gem, a spectacular mint never hinged example of the 30 cent offices in China issue, graded superb 98 by PSE. This is the only example to achieve this grade, and only 2 have graded higher, one at 100 and one at 100J, which realized $9,000. The price of this stamp is $3,250. 30 cent state original gum near mathematically precise centering with jumbo margins. Extremely fine gem. This is the finest original gum example of the $2 State Department issue that has been encountered, and at superb 98 jumbo, it is the highest grade example of the $2 or of any dollar value State Department stamps listed by PSC. A power search review as well as a survey of major named official sales failed to find a $2 matching the margins and centering of this stamp. 3 cent post office specimen error without gum as issued. Perforation scissors separated but intact. Reperforated at left. Appears fine. A scarce example of this specimen error. With a sold quantity of 6,015, it is possible that 60 stamps with specimen errors were released, but we do not know how the sheets were divided and sold. Nor do we know if the entire print run had error in position 21. Reports of known examples are fewer than a dozen. Well, 1.92 dark brown 1875 special printing without gum as issued, deep shade and detailed impression, center to bottom but with three white margins. Fresh and fine, a rare example of 1.92 1875 Continental newspaper special printing. Only 41 were sold. 1.92 value of the 1875 Continental newspaper special printing marks the start of the rarities of the set, and approximately half dozen unduplicated examples have been offered. 60-cent pink 1894 issue. Original gum. Natural vertical gum crease at the left. Tiny filled in hole to the right of the RS. Verifying appearance, the 60-cent 1894 newspaper issue is one of the rarest of all newspaper stamps, and only 17 unused examples are contained in the records. One of the 17th unused and 5 used copies contained in records. Only 2 are potentially sound, and neither is as well centered as this example. I hope you liked the video. Thank you, and please subscribe.